Good evening. Evening. Sorry, I have some internet connection problem. So welcome to Monday's guided meditation session at Vajrayana Institute, and I'm Wai Cheong. So 5 minutes late. So as usual, we'll be doing two meditations together, and the first one will be on calm abiding meditation. So calm abiding meditation is a type of meditation that lead to the development of what we call meditative absorption, which is a state of mind in which the energy of our attentions are fully absorbed or engaged with whatever it is that we are meditating on, to the extent that we may find that there is no distraction. Our attention is not constantly distracted elsewhere to other things. And also it is often accompanied by very pleasant experiences, pleasant feelings. So according to the Buddha, which is the main source of all this guided meditation that I've been presenting here, meditative absorption is also known as the pleasant abiding in this life. Pleasant abiding, or another way of putting it, is a happy place to hang out. So it's a happy place for us, for the body and mind to abide in, to find rest in this state of meditative absorption. And as the name implies, as a happy place, so it's often accompanied with by very pleasant sensations or very pleasant feelings. In fact, there are two different types of pleasant sensations that often accompany states of meditative absorption. One is called rapture, which is a very energetic kind of, much more physical kind of pleasant sensations. Sometimes some people may not find it pleasant. It's just a very energetic kind of sensations triggered by our meditation. And the other type of pleasant feelings, I often describe it as the happiness of contentment, which is a very subtle feeling of feeling contented. That in this moment, everything is all right, and there is no urge to look for something else, to go somewhere else, to change anything. In fact, in that moment, we are quite happy to be here with whatever it is we are meditating. We are completely contented with that moment as it is. Yeah. So these are some of the pleasant sensations that may arise as we meditate. So first meditation, I thought we can do a meditation with loving kindness as the support, the object of meditation. And we start off the usual way. So I invite you now to find a suitable meditation posture for your body, and see if you can do it out of kindness, out of a place of kindness, not so much out of the idea that there is such a thing as a perfect posture for meditation or the right posture that I must adopt, but instead think of it as what would be the most suitable posture to allow the body to settle into, which is in a way the kindest to us, the posture that does not introduce unnecessary pain and suffering. So while you do that, I'm going to ring the bell to signal the start of our first meditation. So at the beginning of the meditation, we take a few moments to give our body some time to adjust, to find its way into the meditation posture. And most importantly, to reassure the body that the posture is something very stable, supportive, and that with our body in this posture, it is well balanced and safe. We do that in order to reassure the body at a deeper level that everything is all right. And when the body is able to receive that message, given time, it can begin a natural process of loosening up, the body may realize that it does not have to be so tight, tense, and therefore it can start to let go of some of those unnecessary tightness and contractions. Allow things to soften, to relax. So much so that over time, our body is able to really settle down comfortably into this posture. So that's the first step, acquiring a seat for our body in meditation. And the second step, likewise, we are trying to be kind to ourselves, kind to our own body and mind, to be reasonable, to not expect that the body and mind should be able to drop into meditation immediately. Instead, we're going to take some time, take quite a few minutes at the beginning of the meditation, just to help body and mind to adjust, to shift gears, to somehow transition into a meditative state. And we do that by returning our attention to our own body, to invite the mind and body to be connected, and in so doing help to promote a kind of deeper release of unnecessary reactivities, contractions, tensions, by simply returning our attention to our own body. So let's start at the crown. Feel free to move at your own pace. You don't have to follow my pacing. At the crown, see if we can let into our awareness sensations here. Simple sensations. We're not looking for anything unusual or spectacular. Maybe a little bit of tingling sensations, a slight feeling of pressure, warmth or coolness, or maybe nothing at all. And see if we can be in touch with our own body with awareness. With awareness, there is also filled with loving kindness, loving concern for oneself. Moving on from the crown, we allow our attention to flow downwards and forward into the face, so that we allow sensations at our own face to come into awareness. Notice whether we are unconsciously tensing up any of the muscles of the face. So often, we may habitually tighten the muscles of our forehead, or clenching our jaw, or tightening the muscles around the eyes. So now is a good chance to see if we can persuade those facial muscles to be more relaxed, more at ease, to welcome in a different feeling, a feeling of softening, of comfort and relaxation. Moving downwards, we continue allowing our attention to flow, to be in touch with bodily sensations. We do so out of a sense of care and concern to ourselves, towards our own body. What are the sensations we find at our neck, at our throat, as well as our shoulders? Neck and shoulders is a region where we often store quite a bit of tightness, tension, contractions, which may come across as quite unpleasant. And these are tensions that do not go away easily. See if we can, if we do notice tightness here, to simply acknowledge them for the time being. With our attention, continue down both arms at the same time. Bring the same loving, kind attention to this part of our body. What sort of sensations can you find at your upper arms, both arms at the same time? Notice sensations between the touch of the skin and fabric, sensations in the muscles, at the joints. How about sensations at the forearms, at the wrists, and eventually at both hands? See if we can simply allow those simple sensations to come fully into our awareness so that we notice them, we experience them. We notice sensations in the palm of the hands, maybe at the back of the hands, in the fingers, all the way to the fingertips. And now that we have awakened the sensations in both arms, see if we can give permission and simply allow the weight of both arms to rest comfortably on its physical support. Inviting our own attention to come back to our own body, this time to the chest. So if we find that we have to keep inviting our attention to be back here and now, to come back in touch with our own body, see if you can regard that as totally normal. It's a normal thing to do in meditation, to come back again and again to the object of meditation. Notice sensations at the chest, sensations at the front of the body, as well as sensations at the back of the body. Coming back to the chest, maybe we can sense the movements of the chest as we breathe in and out. We can sense the beating of the heart. We allow attention to continue downwards to the abdomen, to the belly. Notice sensations here, sensations at the level of the skin, the muscles, deep within, at the level of the organs. We allow attention to continue into the pelvis so that we are aware of the different sensations. Notice the weight of the pelvis as well as the upper body if we are sitting, transmitted through the pelvis onto our seat, onto their physical support. And see if we can give permission and rest that weight comfortably on that seat. From the pelvis, we allow attention to travel down both legs at the same time, sensing as they go. Notice sensations starting from the hips, down the upper legs, towards the knees. Once again, We are simply looking for simple sensations. From the knees, we move downwards to the ankles. Eventually, we allow attention to flow into both feet so that we are fully aware of the sensations here. As we tune into the sensations coming through from the soles of the feet, the top of the feet, and sensations in the toes. See if we can give permission, now that we have awakened the sensations in both legs, to just rest. Rest the weight of both legs comfortably on the floor, whatever physical support they are on. So hopefully with a loving attitude, an attitude that conveys a sense of care and concern towards ourselves, we have reconnect our attention with the bodily sensations. And now resting our body in this posture, resting our attention, our awareness here and now with bodily sensations, breath sensations, maybe even the sounds in the surrounding, the thoughts and images in our own mind. And then next we transition into the actual meditation on loving kindness. And here, the main object of meditation or support is the quality of loving kindness within our own heart and mind. And we need to invoke it to come forth, to allow loving kindness to suffuse through our consciousness, our awareness. And to do so, we can make use of a few different ways or methods to support us. I make use of simple phrases that best convey my understanding of the quality of loving kindness. And by slowly, mindfully repeating those phrases, I try to invoke the quality of loving kindness within my own heart and mind. So feel free to start with my stock phrases, change them as you go, find your own set of phrases, slowly, mindfully repeat them, say them towards oneself first, and offer loving kindness to ourselves. So my phrases go, may I live in safety. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I live with ease. And then to repeat, may I live in safety. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I live with ease. So feel free to change the wordings, but see if you can, each time you say a phrase, try to do it sincerely and be clear about the intention behind those words and offer it towards oneself. May I live in safety. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I live with ease. Coming back to the words, your own words and phrases of loving kindness. Using your own words, direct those words towards oneself. Sincerely from the bottom of our heart, see if we can genuinely wish ourselves to be happy, to be well, to be safe. May I live in safety. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I live with ease. Coming back to our phrases, when we do get distracted, once we realize it, once we recognize the distraction, simply invite our attention to come back here and now, to reconnect with the words of our phrases of loving kindness, and to start again. May I live in safety. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I live with ease. And then we can continue radiating loving kindness to oneself, or we can turn our attention to the people closest to us. And as we bring each one of them to mind, briefly send forth our thoughts of loving kindness by repeating the phrases of loving kindness, this time directed towards our loved ones, our family, our friends, wishing, may you live in safety, may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you live with ease, may you live in safety, may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you live with ease. So coming back to the loving kindness meditation, see if you can bring to mind those closest to you one at a time. And as you bring each one to mind, maybe even see the visual image of them in your mind's eye, send forth just a few repetitions of your phrases of loving kindness, almost as if from the bottom of my heart, you're sincerely wishing for them to be happy, to find happiness and the causes of happiness. And feel free to move from one person to another at your own pacing and radiate out one's own loving kindness. May you live in safety. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live with ease. And then finally, we set aside the phrases, the words, say goodbye to our loved ones for the time being. Return our attention here and now to our own body and mind in meditation. And see if we can, to conclude the meditation, highlight anything positive, any pleasant feelings or sensations that come forth, any positive thoughts. Highlight anything that is helpful or beneficial to come out of one's own meditation. And see if we can allow ourselves to rejoice in that, to feel happy about that. Okay, so there is loving kindness meditation, but used or done in the form of a way of helping us to develop calm abiding, move towards meditative absorption. If you are new to this meditation, it might take a while to get a hang of it and figure out whether the use of the phrases of loving kindness, whether this method really works for you or not. For myself, since I've been doing this meditation for many years, I'm so very used to it. And I'm also very used to the particular wordings of the phrases. I've used them for many years and have changed them along the way. I found this current set quite helpful for me, meaningful to me. So, and the practice of loving kindness in this context is that we, with the support of those words, the words themselves are not loving kindness, but they give me a way of a support to engage my attention and direct my attention in a way that would invoke kindness, invoke these feelings, this state of mind of loving concern. So the words is just a temporary support. And when I'm able to touch my own heart and mind and bring forth that quality of loving kindness, then it does not matter whether we say the words or not, because the state of loving kindness, the mind state of loving kindness or heartfelt intention of loving kindness is already here, and I'm directing it towards oneself or towards others. Yeah. And so that is one way we can practice loving kindness. We can also with the help of loving kindness, engage in mindfulness practice. So I've been going through these 4 different aspects of mindfulness based on the acronym RAIN: recognize, R, recognize, A, acknowledge, I, to inquire, and N is to nurture. So I think I'm sort of on the step of the aspect of inquiring. So we can inquire, which is a way of using our mindful attention to sort of find out, hey, what is going on here? What is happening? To pay closer attention. This could be true for what is happening outside of us, to be mindful of what is happening outside of us, and also to be mindful of what's going on inside of us, especially when we encounter strong reactions, strong feelings arising. We can, instead of just going along with it or being swept along by those reactivity, we can pause and say, hey, what is happening here? And that inquiry, that paying attention can be coupled with loving kindness. Almost as if we do so not out of a place of judgment. We're not judging ourselves or criticizing ourselves, nor are we being cold and emotionless, being objective, so-called objective. Instead, that inquiring, taking a closer look, can come from a place of kindness, of loving kindness, genuinely care and concern for oneself or others, and to say, hey, let me take a closer look, let me listen a bit more carefully. What is happening here? Why am I reacting so strongly? What is this reaction all about? What is it involved? What triggered it? And is this something conducive to my happiness, or is this something that is compounding my suffering? So this second meditation we're going to do is to try out inquiring with attention, but from a place of loving kindness. So I do a meditation where it's sort of a kind of inquiring. Sometimes can involve thinking. Meditation doesn't mean that we are not allowed to think. We can think in a way that is helpful. So I would make use of a guiding question in relation to loving kindness. I would use the question is, what do I really need in order for me to be happy? Sometimes I ask myself that question, especially I find that I'm in a certain mood or certain states, there's certain feelings, lots of feelings going on. I'm not quite sure what is going on. Then I can ask myself, hey, what do I really need? Or what do I really want in order for me to be happy? So it's a guiding question. It guides our attention. And so we're going to do that now. So I suggest that you can approach it in any way. Best is to ask the question and maybe pause a bit and listen to see what images come forth, what ideas surface, what memories. We are simply coming from a place of genuine, loving concern for oneself, asking ourselves, what do I really need, or what do I really want in order for me to be happy, and to consider the different options and different things. And this helps us maybe sometimes understand ourselves better or understand our current situation better. Just an open inquiry into what we feel or into our thoughts or our longing at this moment, right? So let's do that meditation and see what happens. Okay. So just as before, we settle back into the meditation posture. Check in to make sure that the posture is suitable for your body in this session, that it has not introduced unnecessary pain or discomfort into the body. Instead, the whole posture feels supportive, stable. And we take a few moments at the beginning of the meditation just to allow the body to once again adjust and to settle back into meditation. Might be helpful in this meditation to spend a few minutes at the beginning just to help body and mind to shift gears once again to settle into meditation. And I would like to make use of the breath as a support for this first few minutes. So I invite you to just tune in to the sensations within the body associated with breathing, so that we are able to fully experience our in-breath and out-breath. So as we tune into the subtle sensation of breathing, as we notice ourselves, the in-breath and the out-breath, see if we can make use of the out-breath as an opportunity to facilitate release. Breathing out, we have to relax the muscles of the chest, the muscle of the diaphragm. So there's a subtle sense of release or relaxation anyway that comes along with the exhalation, with the out-breath. So each time we breathe out, not only are we releasing the carbon dioxide, which is not needed by our body, which is not wanted by our body. As we breathe out, maybe we can also put aside and release unnecessary tension, tightness. We can release agitation of the mind, restlessness. So simply invite our attention to come back here and now, reconnect with the breath sensations, as well as other kinds of sensations. And on the out breath, we can gently remind ourselves with the simple word release. Coming back to the breath, reconnecting with the breath sensations in our own body. And on the out breath, if we like, we can say the word release in our own mind. We're not trying to make anything happen or force anything to happen. We're simply creating the conducive conditions with the simple word release as a reminder to facilitate our body. Maybe it can release some of the unnecessary tension and contractions, especially those in the face. So often we unconsciously tense up the muscles of the face. Maybe now is a good chance as we breathe out, as we hear ourselves say the word release. Maybe we can allow the facial muscles to soften, to relax, and let in a feeling of ease and comfort into our own face. Coming back to the breath as we continue on the out breath to facilitate release. Maybe tensions in other parts of the body might slowly and in their own time respond to this process, to unwind, to untie, to loosen up. So much so that our body gradually settle down and be more and more comfortable in this posture. Likewise with the mind, we may notice that our mind is still quite preoccupied with various concerns or issues, or just simply restless and a bit agitated. So we find our attention not staying here and now, and that is perfectly fine. All we need to do is just invite our attention each time to just come back here to the breath, and on the out breath to deepen the sense of release. We can continue with the breath if you like. And whenever you feel ready, we can begin the actual meditation on inquiring with the help of a guiding question, and then paying mindful attention to what's our responses that come forth from within ourselves. The guiding question could be worded as, what do I really need in order for me to be truly happy? So what I usually do is just ask the question to myself, drop the question down the well of my own heart, and then listen and pay attention to what sort of reactions might come forth. Reaction in the forms of images or thoughts, specific ideas, could be memories, could be some fantasies maybe. What do I really need in order for me to be truly happy? So come back to the question again and again, using the guiding question as a support. See if we can inquire and pay closer attention, mindful attention to some of our more deep-seated longing, yearning, some of the ideas and beliefs we cherished. Allow them to come forth, and without being judgmental, simply become aware of different conditions we feel we need in order for us to be truly happy. Coming back to the guiding question again and again at your own pace, just ask the question and listen and pay attention and see what sort of image or memory or thought might be triggered by the question. In so doing, inquire into what are the conditions needed for us to be happy. And see if we can do so from a place of genuine loving concern for ourselves. What do I really need in order for me to be truly happy? Coming back to the guiding question, what do I really need in order for me to be truly happy? Without being critical or being judgmental, simply from a place of loving kindness, be open to listen, to investigate, to inquire into our own mind and heart, and to become aware of our deeply held desires and wishes and longing, and see if we can just compose a list of all the different conditions we feel at this moment, of what we need in order for us to be happy. So coming back to the guiding question, see if we can inquire and just listen. Listen to the different desires, the different wishes. Don't just only go for the big things, but also pay attention to the small things in life, the more mundane looking things that nonetheless are just as important for our happiness, our sense of fulfillment. What do I really need in order for me to be truly happy? So coming back to the meditation, to this moment, come back and ask the question, the guiding question once again. What do I really need in order for me to be truly happy without prematurely censoring ourselves? We don't feel that we need to somehow only give the right answers. Instead, from a place of loving kindness, see if we can listen and inquire into our own desires, our own wishes, our yearnings. Listen to them, give voice to them. And not only can we practice inquiring with mindfulness, we can also recognize the different needs, the different desires that we have within ourselves. And we can also practice acknowledging that this long list or short list of conditions, what at this moment I wish for, I hope for, I long for. What do I really need in order for me to be truly happy? And to conclude the meditation, let's switch back briefly to the phrases of loving kindness towards oneself. And as we repeat the wordings, the phrases sincerely from the bottom of our heart, wish upon ourselves that may our wishes be fulfilled, may our needs be fulfilled, may what we long for, yearn for, be fulfilled, so that we can truly be happy. May I live in safety, may I be happy, may I be healthy, may I live with ease. May I live in safety, may I be happy, may I be healthy, may I live with ease. Okay, so that is sort of based on the theme of loving kindness, both as in the context of a calm abiding meditation, and also as a way to practice the inquiry steps of aspects of mindfulness, to inquire from a place of loving kindness and loving concern, to listen with mindfulness, to be aware, and also to recognize the different desires that we do have, we carry with us, the longing, the yearning, and to be able to acknowledge them for what they are. So this is at this moment what we feel, we think are the conditions we need in order for us to be truly happy and to be able to genuinely, sincerely wish for ourselves that these hopes and wishes may be fulfilled. Right. Thank you very much for joining me this evening. I wish you to have a good week ahead and hope to see you next week. So good evening. See you next time.